Welcome to Visionaries, where we explore stories, strategies, and insights from the world's most inspiring entrepreneurs, brands, and creators. We're on a mission to help visionaries like you stand out and monetize their knowledge, influence, and message online, exploring topics like business, marketing, creativity, and personal development. Let's build your vision for a happier, more meaningful life, business, and community together. Today we talk with Micheal Marra, who is the founder of Entre, a global social network for entrepreneurs. Entre allows entrepreneurs to easily connect, learn, and build businesses all in one place. And this community consists of over 35,000 entrepreneurs from over 60 different countries. I've personally joined this platform and it's amazing. It removes all of the fluff and noise that exists on so many other platforms, social media platforms out there, and allows you to focus on strictly building your business, making incredible connections with people who are as ambitious as you, as a visionary entrepreneur. So I'm excited to share this with you. Let's jump into the interview with Micheal. Micheal, thanks so much for being on the Visionary Show.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'm really excited and looking forward to this.
Yeah, of course. Well, so you're the founder of Entre. Tell us a little bit more about this platform and then what you're up to.
For sure. Yeah. So Entre is a modern professional network. We started as an entrepreneur community, and we really started as a tight-knit group of founders and people interested in growing and starting businesses. And we scaled up actually through events. So we did a ton of in-person events across 12 cities and a bunch of different states. And then we really started building out our app and our technology, which is our main focus now. And we have people from 150 different countries, and we're just continuing to grow every single day, and welcoming in new people that are building businesses, and just being part of what we call like the future of work and the next generation and the new economy. And there's so many things that are happening that are really exciting for us.
Yeah. Well, tell me more about those. I mean, a lot of these are ringing true to me, but like, where do you see from a visionary standpoint this opportunity for your platform evolving to, and what you guys are looking to take it to in the future?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, the way people work and the way people live are changing dramatically. Yeah. And, there's a number of different things that are happening all at once, and COVID accelerated a lot of those. And but at the end of the day, people want more freedom. They want more flexibility. A lot of people want to be able to work remotely, and a lot of people want to be their own boss and do their own thing and make money how they want. And at the core, that's what Entre is designed for. We're a community and network first, but we're also a tool set for people to make money online with our app. So people can make money creating content. They can create money by building and running a community within Entre. They can list their services and jobs and gigs and get hired and make money through Entre. And for us, it's combining a lot of the some of the platforms and software that's out there and bringing it all together in one place for people to really just make money, learn, grow, and connect with people that they want in a way that's actually designed and built for them. Because to date, there really hasn't been a platform that's actually been built for entrepreneurs and kind of just this new way of working and living. And we're all left to kind of use several platforms on a daily basis to try to meet new people or create content and network, which is not productive at all.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, I had this thought come to mind, and you said it at the end, referenced it, around this idea that we basically tried to curate all these social platforms or virtual networks to fit what we need as an entrepreneur, when it's like, and with doing that, you go and see people on Facebook, which is, I would say, started definitely as a personal social network, but now people use their profiles and groups to drive business, and many people have built pretty successful businesses through something like Facebook or Instagram, and they've gotten and turned around and supported their creators and their users. But I feel like from an entrepreneur first platform, there's really nothing out there from an app side and from this tech side, which I think makes Entre a lot more interesting, and fitting in a market of, I feel like the entrepreneur community is just growing more and more of like you said, people seeking more of that freedom and that autonomy, and making what they want and when they want. And so with that, and with there being an app, like a mobile app available too, which is huge. Like not everyone can speak to the fact that they're doubling down on that style of technology too. A lot of people can go and build a website, but it doesn't necessarily translate the same way as far as having an app for it, of connections. Where do you see this evolving into? Like, is it you guys want to be the first choice for entrepreneurs when it comes to that social connection as well as professional connection? And like kind of walk me through where you see this going, and the value from it.
For sure. Yeah, it's we want this to be a daily, not just app that people use or a social platform that people check in on, but we want this to be really a tool for people, right? It's just as much software as it is a social app. It's just as much of a business tool as a social networking platform, because a lot of people don't necessarily want to network professionally. They just want to meet people, maybe watch some videos, learn from some people, do some courses, classes, events, or workshops. But really, people want to figure out how they can make money, right? At the end of the day, that's like people, they want to meet others and get introduced to really cool people. But at the end of the day, most people are trying to figure out new ways that they can create revenue streams. They're trying to figure out new businesses to start. They're trying to figure out new things to invest in. And they're trying to figure out how they can spend their time on things that they enjoy doing and things that they want to do. So that's really how we look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, that's one way from a social network side, I think there's just so many platforms that come out on the scene trying to demand your attention. And to me, that's what like a mobile app does, is like, how do you like insert yourself in the sea of app? Like, it's funny. I think it was, you talked about the future work, and my mind got triggered to WeWork. I watched this documentary. It talked about, like, it broke down the cult basically of WeWork. But there was this funny, like, obviously WeWork has created a pretty cool culture around entrepreneurs going into their space for co-working. But I remember they did a montage of interviews with these founders and a lot of tech startups, and they're listing off all of their company names, and they're the most abstract, clever, odd names, right, that you would expect out of an app. Entre is more straightforward to me, and fitting in a place that you're not trying to, like, I feel like a lot of these types of tech startups are trying to reinvent the wheel so much, they get so niche, versus like, hey, let's serve a market that's just, I got a massive user base of entrepreneurs, of people who wanting to be their own boss, and make it more available. And to me, that sounds more interesting, because then you can go get lost on like Instagram, or even LinkedIn. I see parts of this a little bit where people's interests are all over the place, and they're not so focused. And so I think more niche apps and communities like this, I feel like have a lot of value to offer.
Yeah, and how we're building this out too is you're going to be able to have, I don't know when this is going to be coming out, but very soon we're rolling out communities. So we want people to be able to build their own communities within Entre as well. And as far as professional communities have gone, there hasn't really been great platforms for this. A lot of people have used Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups are trash. And now a lot of people are using Slack and Discord.
Yeah.
And the tricky part about those is they're not built into social platforms. So to grow your community, you have to do all the work. You have to do all the marketing. You have to drive all the traffic into these channels. Discord's starting to have some discovery, but it's still not there. And Discord's kind of a mess as well. So this is something that we know is going to be helping a lot of people as well that want to build, a professional community, like a meetup, kind of like the next generation of like meetup groups and stuff like that. Because right now, users can already host in real life or virtual events directly through Entre, meaning they can do ticketing for an in real life event and ticketing for a virtual event, but they can also host that virtual event on our platform. So like this interview, even we could have done on Entre. We have video recording, screen sharing, everything built right in. And part of that is where, the future of work is going, right? The future of work is, everyone's using Zoom now. Everyone's using these other platforms. So by having Zoom essentially built into a professional networking platform and building in our Stripe integration, monetization features, we now allow people to not just connect and make connections and message people and whatever and create content, but we have a way for them to do their meetings on the platform, do events on the same platform, do charge people money on the same platform and make money through the same platform without having to pay for this other software that they're already using anyway. So for us, it's streamlining a lot of really what people are already using into a cohesive app that is available and free, and even our premium plan is a fraction of the cost of this other software that everyone is paying for. So we want this to be something that people check and use, and we want this to be where people do work. Honestly, it's like this is their job, right? Is they're on Entre and they're making money in different ways and whatever serves them best as an individual and as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and you talk about being able to have that freedom to build your community through there. Is there an opportunity for like private consultations you can all do through the app as well? Because I'm sure with a lot of these entrepreneurs, professionals, paid consulting or free consulting is probably a big opportunity there. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, exactly. So very soon, like you can already do private meetings. So normally all of my meetings now, I just do through Entre, and I'll just send somebody a link, right? And our team, like we do all of our daily, team calls and everything. We don't use Zoom or Google Meet anymore. And soon we're going to be getting rid of Slack as well because of our new communities feature. We're using it more as like a team feature, which people will be able to do as well. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is, for this, it's you can do like live rooms and events and stuff. You can do scheduled private meetings, and you can also do live or in real life events as well, and do ticketing and everything. But yeah, we want to give people the optionality to do private or public, all of that. So soon we're going to also have something similar to kind of like Calendly as well built out, but that's going to be a little bit yet. So there's a lot of things that we want to do, and it's just prioritizing things.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you a long list as an entrepreneur myself, right? A long list of apps that I'm currently using, and you listed most of them, that have their own subscriptions and have their own they're great tools, and they're very specific to one purpose. But having things like you're saying, just your team alone being able to, like, hey, let's just eliminate these apps, stop paying for their services, and go to Entre. That's so cool. Exactly. That's great. Well, this is something like now that I'm learning more about it from you directly, I'm like, hey, I'm ready to go sign up for it right now and start testing it out, because this is something like I've probably those watching or listening to can relate. Is like there are times in social media that you just need a break, or you're tired of the cesspool of crazy noise that's going on there. And so I think something fresh and that you can meet and connect with other people who are, I think, on your ambition level as far as entrepreneurship goes sounds really interesting. So I'm excited to explore that more, and we'll drop some links and information down below for those to explore.
For sure. Yeah, I think a lot of this too is we want to give a safe space for people to just talk about business and entrepreneurship and personal development and health and wellness. And in our community guidelines and everything, if you're posting content or messaging people or whatever, and it doesn't fit within those, topics and industries and everything, or you're spamming or abusing the platform in any way. Like we are straight up just removing people from the platform. So it's something where, we're apolitical. Like if you want to talk politics or societal issues, there's plenty of other platforms to do that on, but this is meant not for any of that discussion. So, a few things like that, some people are going to like, some people aren't going to like about it, but it's, I think it's important now to create a space for people just to discuss these things and leave everything else to not have to worry about seeing it or, feeling a type of way towards someone based on their views, and, just keep it mostly about, making money and, living better lives and improving.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Well, and I love that because there's definitely a lot of like hate from both ends of like political or social spectrum, right? Of people who are like I get censored or this or that. And I think having that focus though, knowing what you're getting into as far as like our conversations are on these topics. And if you invite other topics in, then you're going to create even more divide. But I love that there's that focus and that niche focus. And I think that's something that should be had. And versus like, hey, everything's free game. And then, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. But I think having that opportunity to show up in Entre and to know that the topics are going to be focused on something that is, I feel like often more exciting. Like, business entrepreneurship is a lot more exciting than all these other topics that people through social network side get involved with. So I think, I know there's a lot of value there. So, hey, it's been so good to connect, Micheal. Definitely excited to share more of this app and community that you guys are building over in Entre. Are there any other opportunities or things that you'd love to share before we wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, I would just encourage everyone that's looking to network or, figure out different ways and opportunities to make money online. Or looking for, gigs and jobs and startups and tech and stuff, to definitely check it out. And I'm also happy to chat with anyone. Like I'm very active within the community. Like I respond to every single message that people reach out. We're doing a ton of rooms and events. So you'll see myself and our team popping into a lot of them, and we're being very active within the community. We also do a monthly pitch competition. So we give out over $1,000. It's going to be actually like over $2,500 every month, and to founders and different startups, and people can apply for that, as well through the app and everything. And we're trying to be as supportive as we possibly can to helping entrepreneurs of all types and figuring out ways that we can collaborate or partner up with other people as well, and make the most out of this new economy, and help the most amount of people that we can thrive, and really take control over everything that's happening with technology and where the world is going.
Yeah, awesome, incredible. Thanks, Micheal. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk soon. See you on the app too.
For sure. Thanks so much. It was great being here. Take care.